Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Your Highness, Sheikh Nahyan bin Mubarak, Secretary Paul, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, and to many of you, welcome to Abu Dhabi. I am honored to have been invited back to this forum to speak to you about Abu Dhabi Global Market, the new international financial center we are developing here in our capital, Abu Dhabi. When I spoke last year, I described our ambition for the ADGM, and I was delighted to report that 1 year later, our ambition is steadily becoming a reality. But before I share with you some of our key milestones so far, please allow me a few moments to tell you about ADGM's role within the UAE and Abu Dhabi in particular. Our nation's and our Emirates' journey to growth and development from the outset has been very strategic, carefully planned, and precisely implemented. An exciting journey and growth trajectory that began more than 43 years ago under the leadership of the late Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, and that continues today with the vision of His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the UAE, and under the guidance of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces, and with support of His Highness Sheikh Hazza' bin Zayed Al Nahyan, National Security Advisor and Vice Chairman of the Abu Dhabi Executive Council. At the core of the success of the UAE's phenomenal development has always been the unwavering conviction that cooperation, collaboration, meaningful dialogue, and mutual respect makes us stronger and builds real and sustainable partnerships. This, coupled with the recognition that we have the opportunity to cherry-pick from the best that the world has to offer, paved the way for the blueprint of exchange that helped build our prosperous nation. A blueprint of exchange between the UAE and beyond that continues today and that makes Abu Dhabi not just an influential hub for global commerce, but also a hub for arts and culture, with the Louvre and the Guggenheim set to open their doors on Saadiyat Island. A hub for education, as both Emirati and international students mingle on the Abu Dhabi campuses of the Sorbonne University and New York University. And also a hub for healthcare, with world-class facilities and doctors at the Imperial College London Diabetes Center, the Woodriddle Spine Center, and Cleveland Clinic, Abu Dhabi, the latter being located within ADGM's jurisdiction on Al Maria Island. These incredible accomplishments and many more are also the result of Abu Dhabi's economic policy that aims to develop a diversified cluster-based economy that is not solely reliant on hydrocarbons. One of the 9 pillars identified within the economic policy is the financial services sector. But, as also illustrated in all global cities, financial services is the livelihood that underpins a vibrant and diversified economy. A few weeks ago at the UAE Government Summit, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed reconfirmed the UAE's continued strategy and vision for economic diversification. And he called upon each one of us and every organization to think about the next 50 years of our economy, with a view not only to diversify, but also to innovate. At Abu Dhabi Global Market, our own journey to become a leading international financial center is still in its early stages. We will continue with the same approach we took from the very beginning, following the footsteps of the leadership of the UAE. We are focused on gradual, measured, and sustainable growth. We will also ensure that our efforts of collaboration and our drive for meaningful long-term partnerships are guided by the commitment to innovation, to do new things, to further improve what is already done, and to set the new global benchmark as we widen our horizons. We will also nurture and develop the next generation of Emirati leaders in the financial services sector. Last year, I shared with you how we had consulted more than 30 institutions on our strategic direction. These included local and international regulators, including the UAE Central Bank, local and international financial services institutions, as well as IFCs such as the City of London and Singapore. The result was that 3 activities were identified as offering us the greatest strength and differentiators. They are asset management, wealth management, and private banking. But these are just the start. Our role is to create ADGM as the platform that will attract a wide range of financial institutions and advisory firms, and to provide them with the flexibility to expand their activities organically over time and according to the demands of the market. We want to make ADGM the location of choice both locally and globally. We also see ourselves as being a gateway for the world looking to invest into Abu Dhabi, the UAE, and the wider region, and a gateway for local financial market participants to access the growing markets of the Middle East, Africa, and Asia. And this is an ambition that is born by our dedication. This is an ambition which reflects what His Highness mentioned this morning of our valuables and our principles that we've implemented for the past 40 years. Providing access, therefore, to the region is not going to be our only added value, but in fact will give us the impetus to grow and expand in the right direction. Over the past 12 months, we have made significant progress with the development of the 3 main pillars of Abu Dhabi Global Market: the registrar, the financial services regulator, and the courts. Today, at the heart of ADGM is a very talented team, directed and guided by Mr. Richard Teng, the CEO of the Financial Services Regulator, Daher bin Daher Al-Meheri, CEO of the Registrar, Khalid Al-Suwaidi, Chief Operating Officer, Sir Hector Sanz, our Chief Advisor, and Steve Barnett, our Director of Strategy and Business Planning. Overall, we have grown to a team of more than 40 people at our home in Abu Dhabi Global Market Square, on Al Maria Island. Everything that the team has accomplished so far was possible because it was conducted in collaboration and consultation with our key stakeholders. A key part of this collaboration process was the expert panel that we formed in the third quarter of last year to advise us on the formation of our draft commercial regulations prior to open market consultation. This panel has grown to more than 20 leading local and international financial institutions who continue to advise us on the development of our financial regulations. We are extremely grateful to have received their valuable guidance and input, and many of them are represented here today at this forum. National Bank of Abu Dhabi, Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank, First Gulf Bank, Mubadala, ADS Securities, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, HSBC, Standard Chartered, PIMCO, Lazard, Credit Suisse, ISDA, Amman Group, to name just a few. After much consultation, the board of ADGM took the innovative step of making English common law on civil and commercial matters directly applicable in our financial center. This is the first time such an approach has been adopted in the Middle East. A similar approach was taken with great success by Hong Kong and Singapore. By doing so, ADGM endeavors to offer the world the same level of sophistication, certainty, and flexibility in its legal and regulatory regime enjoyed in centers such as Singapore, Hong Kong, and London. A large component of our draft legislation, which focused on ADGM's commercial regulations, including companies, insolvency, employment, commercial licensing, property and strata, went through the open market consultation process over the past 2 months. This has been an extremely positive exercise and was well received by the market. We have gathered constructive feedback and have incorporated comments and suggestions. To all the law firms, financial institutions, government and commercial entities who took the time to review our draft regulations, to reach out to us, and to provide advice and suggestions, thank you. Looking ahead to the coming months, we will issue our draft financial services regulations for open market consultation in preparation for acceptance of our first license application later this year. It is important to know that at ADGM we are committed to delivering a commercial regulatory framework that will be both pragmatic and dynamic. It is designed to ensure that a balance is struck between the need to encourage entrepreneurial activity and investment and the need to protect the market and the integrity of our reputation. Firms that wish to operate from ADGM will have the ability to utilize a variety of legal structures under our company's regulations. Our financial regulatory framework will reflect international best practice with rules and regulations drafted in line with internationally recognized standards, such as those set out by the Basel Committee on Banking Supervision and IOSCO. We are committed to providing a well-regulated environment. The financial regulations that cover activities such as banking, investment business, asset management, and insurance will have both a prudential and conduct of business focus. ADGM's legislation will protect client assets. It will ensure that asset and wealth managers behave prudently while providing a business-friendly environment that encourages growth. We will also be adopting stringent legislation to prevent money laundering and to combat terrorism funding in line with international standards. I am confident that we will have a very strong regulatory architecture which encourages the right kind of market participants to come here and make this their investment hub for the Middle East, Africa, and Asia. I cannot stress enough just how important consultation and collaboration are for us at ADGM. If the center is to be a success, we need and will continue to actively engage with many of you here at this forum and with the wider market at every level so that we are able to offer the best possible platform for financial services and so that we are responsive and adaptive to your needs and to market conditions. We look forward to 2015 being a defining year for us as we prepare to license the first institutions to begin transacting business from Abu Dhabi Global Market. It will, and we will provide a value proposition for those banks that will make them prosper in our region, that will enable them to grow, and that will give them and our local participants the opportunity to do business in a jurisdiction that has the best of kind rules and regulations. I also look forward to speaking with many of you in the coming 2 days, and I hope that over the next few years, I will have the pleasure of welcoming some of you and your organizations to Abu Dhabi Global Market. Finally, I would like to invite you to attend our presentation later today at 3 p.m., which is being hosted by Steve Barnett, where he will speak in more detail about Abu Dhabi Global Market, its value proposition, and also about our jurisdiction, Al Maria Island. Thank you all for your time this morning. I am honored to have had this opportunity, and I wish you all successful and productive 2 days. Thank you very much.